And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
A first carry for Najee Harris. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On third down, here's Harris. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Buying time to his left. He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Off play action. Pickett. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool, 27 yards. And the Steelers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. And I give him 4 yards there. It'll be second and 6.
Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now it's Herbert. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by a Kellen Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 15. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler. 65 yards. And the Chargers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So we're leaving at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Pickett to throw on first down. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Pickett. Throw left side, taken in by Claypool. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Pickett back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Pickett right back to the air again. He's going to air one out. This is intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button.
Oh, it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The final shot before the break for Herbert. He's going to throw one up from the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And CD, we are in for a very intriguing second half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is. And doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured up to the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent gain. Running on first down, Eckler. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 41-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline. And that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. Touchdown! Jalen Guyton, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. He gets it complete to Harris. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Harris running straight ahead. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. Pickett finding Claypool. Good for a Pittsburgh first. So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only two rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he's taken down inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. The Charger drive about to get going. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 123 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. In motion goes the tight end. It's Eckler again. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a fourth quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
This is Harris on the draw.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. A give, Eckler running to the right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward.
And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Jalen Guyton
with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They hand this off to Harris. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference.
It's that hate, boy. Yeah, my day ones here to dance at the beginning. So you know it's only right, that's how we eat it. Came all the way from losing to winning. Yeah, I did it. But it ain't just me, it's the whole team. Share it with the whole team.